Hey there, my name is Bobby Scharmann and I am Associate Principal Bass with the Omaha Symphony, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the German bow. Now, one of the first questions that I'll get asked when somebody, say, comes to a symphony concert is, why do you hold your bow differently than everybody else? Well, on the bass at least, a lot of people will hold their bow overhand, which is called the French style, and the German style is where we hold the bow underhand. Now, what you may notice is slight differences between what the bow looks like. The German bow has a little bit of a bigger frog, a wider throat, and that's to accommodate the bow hold that I'm going to show you very, very shortly. So to get this bow hold that we're looking for, the first thing I want you to do is pretend like you're holding a can of Red Bull. And what that's going to do is it's going to form this really natural looking hand shape, just like this. Fingers are nice and rounded around. The thumb is kind of between your index and your middle finger, and we're going to take that and we're just going to put the bow directly in between our thumb and our index finger. And what I want to be sure that I do is leave a little bit of space in between the end of the frog and my palm, because that's going to give us some of the flexibility that we're looking for. And so we've got the bow in there. The thumb is going to go on top of the stick. The index and middle fingers are going to curve just like we were before. And what this is going to do is it's going to sort of form a little table that my bow is going to sit on. For example, if I let go with those two fingers, the bow is just going to fall, right? And so between the thumb and these two fingers, we've got our basic setup, and then from there, the ring finger is going to kind of float a little bit in the throat of the frog, but it can touch the end of the frog a little bit, just for a little bit more control. And lastly, we're going to put the pinky curved on the bottom on this metal part, which is called the ferrule. So now that we've got our nice, beautiful German bow hold, we're going to talk about how to get a really good sound on the bass with it. Now, before we do anything else, I like to get one thing out of the way straight away, and that's that I don't like the term bow pressure. I much prefer the term bow weight. And the reason is, I'm going to show you right now, the reason is when I think about pressure, I think about, really digging in and pushing onto the string to make a loud bass sound. And I'm going to show you that it doesn't necessarily sound bad, but I'm actually, when I push into the string like that, I'm stopping the string from vibrating freely. Where instead, if I use the natural weight of my arm, or bow weight, and pull that sound out of the bass, the string vibrates so much more freely and produces a bigger, rounder sound. And that's what we're going to learn how to do right now. What I want you to do is I want you to raise your arm to the sky, and you're going to drop it as dead weight. What a lot of people do when they do this for the first time is they'll kind of catch it from, going against the law of gravity, but I want you to really try to drop it. And really, really feel how heavy that arm is. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the bow back in our hand. We're going to feel that weight, that force of gravity pulling on our arm. And the bow is now just an extension of that nice heavy arm. We're going to take that weight and practice applying it directly to the string. A lot of people will try to, gently cushion the bow, but I want you to really feel that weight, put it directly in the string. With nice flat hair on the string, you're going to think about pulling that sound out of the bass instead of pressing that sound into the bass. The last thing I want to talk about in this video is how to get the balance of speed and weight in order to get that sound that we're looking for. And I like to go to, it's actually a scientific equation that you would see in like physics, and it's the equation for force. The equation is force equals mass times acceleration. What that means for our purposes, mass is going to be the weight of the bow into the string, and acceleration is going to be how fast the bow moves, or our bow speed. For example, if these are out of alignment a little bit, let's say that I have too much weight and not enough speed, I'm actually just going to crush the note, and it's not going to sound very good. Alternatively, if I have too much speed and not enough weight, the bow is just going to kind of skate across the string and not really get a good core in the sound. And so, practicing getting the right balance of speed and weight on every string, on every note that you play, you're going to be on your way to having a really great bass sound.